Hi everyone, GW here. I want to go over how to map button inputs in Godot OpenXR. To do that, you want to start by having your OpenXR environment set up. That means having a server, camera, and then controllers set up in the OpenXR tools. After you have that done, you'll see that you have an OpenXR action map down at the bottom here. This is what's going to allow you to actually map names of buttons and actions to particular buttons on the controllers. So as you can see, you start with an action set here, and these are the names that you're going to use. You're just giving names to these actions, which you can then map to a controller. So I'm using defaults right now, and that's what we'll use for this tutorial just because it's easy and it's already set up. So you can see, say we're using the trigger click. We could go to whichever controller you're using and then make sure that that is correctly mapped in there. So we have the trigger click on the index controller is correctly being mapped to that trigger click name that is defined in the action set. So again, you need to create a name in the action set and then apply it to a particular controller button. So once you've done that, the key part is to use signals to actually use that button in scripts. So in order to do that, you want to click on whichever controller it is you want to use the buttons on. And you can see in the signals tab, we have the button pressed as well as button released and some others. So double click that, and that allows you to attach it to whatever script or node that you want to. And once you do attach that, you'll see that you end up with the function for the button pressed. I have both right and left on here. So this is what it looks like when you just put it in there. But in order to actually use the buttons that you have mapped, you need to check the name. So you can see in the function here, what we're doing is when that right button is pushed, it's taking the name input. And in here, we're checking to see if that name equals the name we created in the action set. So you can see I have multiple in here. It's, whichever ones you create, you can put them in whatever script you need to, but this is how you actually call them and use them in the script. So when a button gets pushed, if it equals that name, it's going to do this this action. So again, you can put whatever functions you want in there, and that's really it. But it's key to realize that you have to have the action set name set up, have it mapped to the controller, and then make a signal that is actually going to recognize that that button's being pushed. Hope that's helpful.